What's going on YouTube? Doing a lesson for Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus. Really cool track. There's actually two different versions I've heard. There's an acoustic version, which is in standard tuning. And then there's the actual studio version, the most popular version, which is in F sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a capo on the guitar and play it in the F sharp version. These two versions are the same. You're playing the same type of chords. You're just one's on the open string like this, and the other one's got the capo on the second. You're playing it up here. So we're going to do that. Here we go. Depending on your type of guitar that you have, this one's really old, and I have to make sure, because the way the frets are, that it still is in tune with the capo on it. Sometimes it changes. So I'm going to play an F sharp major chord. Sounds pretty good to me, so I'm not going to change a thing. I'll try a D as well, or an E. Yeah, sounds pretty good. All right, so we're going to run over just the general riffs, and then we'll break each one down. Alright, those are all the chords I've heard on the recording. So let's break the first one down, which is the verse. Gonna be F sharp power chord, F sharp 5, and then the octave right here. So that's 2, second fret on the open string. Of course, you're capoing, so you don't really have to worry about fretting it. The fourth string, fourth fret on the next string down, and the fourth fret on the D string. Now when you play it, those are going to be the only strings you're playing for the first part. You don't want to hit it too hard. You don't want to make them all ring out. Main one to ring out is going to be the top string. You kind of just settle, hit the string subtly so it doesn't sound too loud. So the next part, you're going to bend it. Bend the fifth fret on the first string, excuse me. Then you hit it open again. So open, bend, open on the top string only. After you hit it open again, you hit that fourth fret on the D string. It's the octave, and you hit it. You only hit it every other time. You don't do it every time. Every time would sound like this. The way I hear it, it's every other time. He's hitting the octave the first time around, and the second time he's hitting the fourth fret on the A string. So it's sounding like this. You know what, actually, I think he might be hitting it on the fourth fret on the D string every time. So excuse me, it is every time. Yeah, because that didn't sound right to me. Okay, and so the next part's going to be, and he only does that a real brief time. So going back to it. that's the 2nd fret on the A string, that's capoed, 4th fret on the D, and 4th fret on the G. And you're still bending on the 5th fret on the A string this time. It's the exact same pattern as the lower portion that we just played, but it's just string down. So. Now you're not actually going to play an entire G chord. An entire G chord would be like this. It's more of a modified G. You're really only going to play this top string, mute the next string down, and play the 2 open strings below it. This one, the reason I fret this one and I don't really play it is just in case I accidentally hit that string, it's not going to sound off. It'll still be in key. For example, if I just fretted this, actually that doesn't sound too bad, but if it happened to be, it's just kind of a general rule of thumb I use. That way, if I happen to hit it, it still sounds pretty good. And the next chord is same thing. You're going to use just this top string, the D string, and the G string, but you're fretting on the 4th fret for the top, dead in the next one, open on the D, and 2nd fret or 4th fret for the G string. It should sound like this. Okay, so that's that part. The next part is, I guess it's like the pre-chorus maybe. Still doing your bendy thing on the low string. It's an A chord, E chord, and of course, remember we're capoed, so everything is transposed. A, E, and I'm only really hitting the open D string, 4th fret on the G, and 5th fret on the B string. This is a B minor. So that's going to be open A string, 4th on the D, 4th on the G, and 3rd on the B string. Don't worry about hitting the high E string. This is just a power chord on the 4th fret. And you can hit these 2 higher ones. Slide it over to the D. So this is C sharp, this is D. So this can sound like this. Next part's gonna be basically, I'm playing 4th fret, 6th fret, 4th fret on the E string, 6th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D. I'm actually muting the G string, open B, and open high E. And I just scoot that back one. The difference is I do fret on this chord. I fret the 4th fret on the G string. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.